Tat tasya kain karyam alang britam no viglapayati angayat ugrasenam tishtam nishanam parameshti dishnye nyabodayateva nidarayeti. Therefore, O Vidura, does it not pain us, his servitors, when we remember that he, Lord Krishna, used to stand before King Ugrasena, who was sitting on the royal throne, and used to submit explanations before him, saying, "O my Lord, please let it be known to you." Srila Prabhupada explains, Lord Krishna's gentle behavior before his so-called superiors, such as his father, grandfather, and elder brother, his amiable behavior with his so-called wives, friends, and contemporaries, his behavior as a child before his mother Yashoda, and his naughty dealings with his young girlfriends cannot bewilder a pure devotee like Uddhava. Others who are not devotees are bewildered by such behavior of the Lord, who acted just like a human being. This bewilderment is explained by the Lord himself in the Bhagavad Gita as follows, 9:11. Avajananti mang muda manushim tanum ashrita param bhavam agyanato mamabhuta maheshvaram. Avajananti mang muda manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam agyanato mamabhuta maheshvaram. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge belittle the personality of God and Lord Krishna, not knowing his exalted position as the Lord of everything. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained his position clearly, but the demoniac atheistic student squeezes out an interpretation to suit his own purpose and misleads unfortunate followers into the same mentality. Such unfortunate persons merely pick up some slogan from the great book of knowledge, but are unable to estimate the Lord as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pure devotees like Uddhava, however, are never misled by such atheistic opportunists. Aobakiyam stanakalakutam jijang sayapayayatapi asatvi lebe gatim datriuchitam tatunyam kamvadayalum shananam brajema. Well, this is very interesting because this is the key nectar voice of Srila Vyasadeva. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he, who granted the position of mother to a she-demon Putana? Also she was unfaithful, and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Omagyanatiminandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Shakshun Militam Jene Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. This is the real question of faith. and acceptance. And simultaneously, it is the residence of the common sense. Now, how to explain that? The common sense has become the least common of the senses. That's a very popular statement these days. And so true. Because people behave so often in ways common sense could not really relate to or accept it. Common sense. Srila Maharaj says that the majority of the spiritual topics, they can all be understood with common sense. Confirmado. Gracias. So, what is common sense? Well, you can define common sense by its vox populi application. Like we make questionnaires about one topic, and we ask all of you to give an answer to that questionnaire or to that problem. And if we find that 90% give the same answer, then we could say that must be common sense. Because 90% derived at the same conclusion. So there is a very significant type of evidence in this. But the topic of avajananti muda, Krishna says, fools deride me when I appear in my human form. It's naturally, we human beings, we are very extremely envious with each other. We like each other, but also we are envious. Why you have this? We are envious of everything. If you have a fancy watch, then we are envious of your fancy watch. If you don't have a watch, then we are envious why you are not wearing a watch. Are you not submissive to time? So, whatever way it turns, we easily become envious with each other. Even between husband and wife it takes place that why you have this, why you have that, why you take so much time for this. Your time should be spent in this. Confirm. So, why don't you spend your time the way I want it? Why you go away and spend your time in this and that? Where am I in that plan, eh? So, envy is going on all levels in this human existence. So, when Krishna appeared in a human form, well, there were plenty of people envious of him. And he taught us a great lesson about envy. And he taught us that the problems with the envy, it was really the problem we carry inside of us. It's a problem that we want to be the supreme. It's funny, no? We, you and me, want to be the supreme. God. Supreme means supreme enjoyer, supreme controller, and supreme friend. I am the friend of all. Gee, you don't even know who you are yourself, and now you're the friend of all. Well, you would have to know what is the best for everyone, then you could be the friend of all. In the meantime, it is some hodgepodge sentimentality friendship. Like if I say, I'm your friend, come with me and let's drink whiskey tonight. I have a lot of whiskey in my house. So then maybe if you're poor, you say, my God, the guy's inviting me to drink free whiskey. Yes, I'm coming. But I'm not giving anything good to him or to her. It's nothing. I will simply create problem in the name of friendship. They have a famous saying that says, misery loves company. Huh? Oh, I'm so miserable. Please come with me. I'm suffering so much. Can you please come with me? Suffer with me, please. What do you think about that, suffering a little bit in the material world? We can suffer together. Something like this is marriage. Misery loves company. And then we say, wait a second. I get half of the time, and you get half of the time. Okay. I get half of the money, you get the other half of the money. They say, no, this is not like this. I get 70% of the money, you get 30%. Really? And all the competition starts. All this nonsense. You, me. Why did you say? Why did you do? Why did you not do? Why did you not say? I mean, whatever you do, whatever you say, something's wrong. Because in the competition, there must be an opposition. Even if you say the thing's right, the other person has to find something wrong. Otherwise, there's no opposition. So there's also an ego conflict going on in the marriages. What to speak of other friendships? What to speak of business partners? Oh my God. Business partners, that's almost sure to end up in some court case. Maybe in the beginning he said, I know what to do and you have the money. So if you give me the money, I can make something out of what I know. And the guy says, I got no brain, but I got the money. So let me get this guy's brain so that my money can reproduce himself. So that's a partnership, no? Both of them just trying to take advantage of each other, but not defining clearly the demarcation line. Because in the beginning, the one who's without the money is afraid the other man may withdraw before investing, and the other one with the money, he is afraid that the other person may run away to some other guy with money with this idea. So all of them are in the, nice, yeah, why not? Great idea. But the mentality is not clear. So then the thing starts. That's why partnerships in this material world, these partnerships are usually end up in calamities. Anyhow, this is what when you are envious of God, of course you are also envious of everybody else. It's not only that you're envious of God. You look at anybody else, you say, why is she so pretty? Oh, she shouldn't be that pretty. I want to be more pretty than her. This is a famous story. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all? And the mirror answered, you, princess. You are the queen of beauty. And she was going, okay, then it's okay. But one day the mirror said, you are quite beautiful, but Snow White is so extraordinarily more beautiful than you that there's no comparison. What? Is there somebody more beautiful than me? Where? Let me get rid of that person. So, it's just a children's story, you think? I think it's the life of human story. It's very nasty, no? Why a woman should want to get rid of another woman because she's more beautiful or something. But this is how this life goes. So, envy of each other, envy of God has brought us to where we are. This is our conditioning. That is why we are in this material world, and we are conditioned souls. So what is the remedy for this? Lord Krishna is teaching the remedy. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he teaches humility. And as Krishna, he teaches authority. Krishna says, surrender to me. Why? Why should I surrender to you? Well, because I'm the cause of all causes. Ang savasya prabhavo matasavam pravartante iti matva bhajanti mang buddhabhava samanvita. Krishna says, I am the origin of all material and all spiritual things. Hey. Who's speaking? Anybody who says this is either God or the biggest cheater on the planet. I mean, who can say that? I am the source of all material and all spiritual things. So therefore I say it's a leap of faith. You believe that? If you don't believe that, then you will go along with those who are envious of Krishna or who are minimizing him. Krishna is the source of everything. That is a good joke. I can be the original source. That's what King Paundraka said. And Shishupal, and Kamsa, and Stantavakra, and so many others. They opposed Krishna. Said, He thinks that he is the greatest. Actually, Krishna doesn't say or he doesn't think that he's the greatest, but he's representing the Tattva. Bhagavan Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, Shiva Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Tatashta Tattva, Tatashta Shakti Tattva, so many Tattvas. There's matter Tattva, there's microphone Tattva, there's sound traveling Tattvas, there's cooking Tattvas. So if one Tattva is, if I put too much salt into the soup, the soup will be damaged. Nobody wants to take a soup which is full of salt. Excuse me. The bones. So tattvas means truth. Constitutional truth. And there's constitutional truth about physics. There is constitutional truth about esoteric principles. There's constitutional truth about vibrations. There's many constitutional truths, but you have to know the constitutional truth, or you have to be submissive to the one who knows the constitutional truth. So, do you think nobody knows nothing? You think there's no subject whatsoever to be learned? You think that? You must be out of your mind. Why do we go to school then? Why mother tells us do like this, do like that? So Krishna establishes tattva. He establishes truths exist. And I am the one who can tell you what is the truth. Sarvasya chaham ride sanavishnu matas mitya jnanam apoanam cha Vedaischa sarvair aham eva vedyo Vedantakrit vedavit eva chaham. Very clearly Krishna says, I am the one who gives you knowledge from inside. I am giving you memory, and I am making you forget if you need to forget. It's even more, aham eva vedyo. I am the origin of the Veda. The Vedas, the truth is myself. Aham eva vedyo. Vedavid. I understand the Vedas as well. And by all the Vedas, it's me who is supposed to be understood. My God, you can't say it more clear. There's no chance of misunderstanding. Of course, people, they manage to misunderstand anyway. That's another ability of Kali Yuga. But as far as Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, there is a very clear tattva. Like if I'm a carpet maker and I made this carpet, then I know how to make this carpet. You don't. Can you imagine what large weaving machine they have to make a carpet like this? That's not a small thing. That's probably wider than the carpet. And the weaving comes from this side, so they're doing this. I mean, that's a weaving machine, and they work so hard. And then finally what they get is a carpet. 4 by 6 meter carpet. It's an accomplishment. But if you don't know about it, you say, no, it's very difficult to make this. But for those who make it, it's not so difficult. They know the tattva. So tattva is an important thing. Tattva means knowledge, means awareness. A certain amount of awareness. Of course, who knows the absolute truth? Who knows the absolute tattva? That's a very interesting question. Now if you ask Krishna, he answers that even he doesn't know the absolute truth. There's a saying in the scriptures that even God doesn't understand himself. Well, he does understand himself, it's contradicting, but because while he understands himself, he again expands into multifarious infinite varieties, then he still understands how did this happen. Now then he again researches, investigates, and understands, okay, this is how it happened, but while he already concludes that, again he's expanding. So, in a way, even he doesn't know himself. So what to speak of us? Understanding God. So when he appears in the human form of life, stands in front of Ugrasena and behaves like a submissive citizen. And people get confused, but hey, wait a second, if you're God, you should be on the throne and everybody should fall down in front of you. Da! No. I mean, look at this. Paramatma. Krishna, God, is in my heart. I mean, this is so amazing, that the Lord sits in our hearts to serve our purpose, to guide us, to help us, to chastise us when necessary. What a kindness! If I tell any woman, you want to marry this guy? She said maybe, okay, he's a good guy. Then I ask you want to sit in his heart with him all the time, even when he goes to the bathroom, even when he sleeps? You want to always sit next to him and wait what is he doing next? I say that most women would say, sorry, that's a little too much to ask, I mean, it's okay to cook for him or so, but to be 24 hours with a person in the middle of all the nonsense, no, thank you. So Krishna is more merciful than any woman would be with you. No woman would accept that, to be in your constant companion and just having to watch what you're doing. So Lord Krishna is the most humble, the most merciful, the guide of every soul. He's there in our heart. What do you think? That's why He's supreme. He is the supreme lover of all. That's why we're here together, my dear. By His love, He has come to us to give us His love. Where's our program?